Hey everyone, Peter and Bessie here, bass player. I'm going to do a series of videos because I've been asked to play in the pit orchestra for a musical. Now that's something I've never done before, which is interesting because I've done thousands of gigs. I'm 51 years old, I've been playing since I was 14, so this is a first. This is definitely a different experience for me, and I thought I'd try and capture some of it on video. And you never know, might be someone out there who's looking to play in a pit orchestra one day and wants to get a bit of a feel for what it's like. So as you can see, I'm in the car on the way to our first rehearsal. Should be interesting. The charts and the backing tracks I was given weren't exactly the same, so I don't know how that's going to pan out. We'll find out.
At the local smart store.
Just realised that's better. We played from bar 57 and then played through that section?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it probably didn't help that Tim didn't actually sing any of those actual notes.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a band, it's a blood fight.
Yeah. Blood fight.
Yeah.
Do we need to bring umbrellas?
What's that?
Just remembering those words like, you are the man. There's a little gap in there. Oh, you're my hero.
Okay, yeah, you gotta watch me, not over there, because I gave the cue.
I love you, Linda.
Please don't hurt me, Ash.
G'day, me again. Just thought I'd do another quick check-in because we've gotten to the end of the regular rehearsals now and we're heading into the dress rehearsals. So showtime's pretty close. It's Monday. We've got dress rehearsal today, tomorrow and Wednesday. Then we've got the show itself on Thursday, which is Halloween, and then another show the day after that. At the end of the rehearsals, regular rehearsals, we're still making a lot of little stuff-ups, and that's both the band and the cast. So I'm not going to lie to you, I'm actually still quite concerned. I'm just hoping that dress rehearsals, we've run out of later. We can't fix it later. We've run out of later. So I'm just hoping that dress rehearsal puts enough of a rocket up people's butts and that we get this thing done and we get it done well. Just a couple of thoughts. First of all, reading music. Do you have to be able to read music to play in a musical? Well, yeah, you do. But it's not what I thought. I thought it was going to be, if I can't sight read, dot music perfectly first time without, forget it, you can't play in a musical. Mostly it's just making sure you keep your eye on the chart, one eye on the conductor, and don't get lost. As long as you do that, and as long as you sort of nail your fiddly bits, if there's some stabs you need to nail, if there's a little riff that you need to nail, there seems to be enough rehearsals in the lead up that you can probably get that stuff sorted out. Well, that's what I've found so far. As we head into the silly part of it now, this is the real deal. Nothing like a bit of an amp failure on the morning of your first dress rehearsal. So I had to pull my amp apart this morning, and turns out the crossover leading to the small driver in my amp was distorted. It was causing a distortion. Luckily for me, I'm a bit of an electronic MacGyver, so I cracked my amp open and I got it fixed. Everything's sounding good. I'm ready to go. Dress rehearsals, here we come. Right, here we are, dress rehearsal, Brolga Theatre. It's empty at the moment. This is the stage, and this is going to be fun. It's like, I said, how do I get to the pit? They said, no, just drop your stuff here on the stage and we'll lower it down. So we'll capture that on video in a minute, hopefully. And that looks like a backdrop for the set. I've got a sinking feeling, Brendan. There's the stage. So obviously from the pit you cannot see the stage, and here we are. Welcome to my office for the week. Okay, I'm currently standing where the conductor will stand. You can see this. You can see the show, but that's the pit. That's where we're going to be. All right, here we go. Halloween, showtime. Let's do this. Brolga Theatre. Say hello. Backstage preparations. This is hours before, but they're all here. They're all here. They're all here. This is walking through the set onto the stage. Who's that? Say hi, Monta.
Oh, hi, how are you?
So it's designed to look like an old cabin, obviously, because that's the premise. The window, things will crash through that window later. There'll be a demon hiding in there later, and then down into the pit. It's nice and dark. Oh, actually, it'll get darker down here later, but this is where it's all happening later. This is me set up and ready to go. Just a little thing, just to show you quickly. That there is where the conductor's going to stand. I've got my 2 tablets set up here. I've got it set up so that I can keep my eye on the chart, but at the same time I can still see the conductor without having to look away from my chart. Important tip, and anyone who's played in a musical will know that it's important, because you don't want to look away from your chart to look at the conductor and then come back and not know where you are in the chart. Whereas here I can be watching the chart and watching the conductor at the same time. All right, here we are, Brolga Theatre Maroubra, and I'm getting the tour. I'm up in the, I don't know what the technical term is for it, but I'm up way above the crowd. That's the stage down there. You can see the spotlights that they use for the show. Down to the stage, that's the big Freddy, and I'm not talking about this guy, I'm talking about the light. Hey Brendan, say hi.
Hey.
Another big spotlight. There you go. Alright, so we're still way above the theatre here, just into this little room where that's the lighting console. Apparently it's worth about 180 grand. There's a big window and that's the thing. So, they're sitting on this side of the window. There's little Yamaha speakers broadcast the audio to the lighting operator who sits here and does his thing. Not bad. Right, so now we're right at the top of the Brogger, and this is what they call the cattle grid. You see all these lines they use to, I don't know, haul shit up and down, but the thing about it is that, like, I'm standing above the stage at the moment, and you kind of walk in as you do, it feels like you're going to fall through. Probably not, but it just feels like you are. Right, just a quick gear run through for the tech heads. My amp tonight, Thunderfunk TF800. Running through a cab that I designed and built a long time ago. It's a two 12s, a 6.5 inch mid and a tweeter. You can adjust those mids and the tweeter using that attenuator panel, which I've deliberately put on the front so you can get to it without too much trouble. That's the amplification. Of course, there's a DI attached to that going out to the PA. Now, I'm going to be using my in-ears tonight, so that's basically my in-ear rig. The bass guitar goes through that pedal so I can EQ it. It goes into that little mixing desk, so I can EQ the bass guitar into channel 2. Channel 1 is a little microphone. Now, what I actually use a Rode Wireless Go 2. Basically, it's just a wireless mic that's designed for recording like interviews and podcasts and stuff, but I use it. So I use the transmitter, I just attach it to my mic stand, to my music stand, I should say. It's got a little built-in microphone, which you can see there. Hopefully it's focusing okay. So that will pick up the rest of the band, and I've deliberately got it pointed at the drummer because I like to hear more drums than anything else because I'm a bass player. So it'll pick up the rest of the band and then transmit it via that into channel 1 on the desk. So that little slider then controls how much of the rest of the band that I hear, and then I've got 3 bands of EQ. Look, it's not, you know, there are more technical rigs out there, but that works for me and it works everywhere, and I don't need to rely on the sound guy for it to work. The guitar tonight, I'm actually going to play my Ibanez. It's an SR105 with gold hardware. It's a 5-string. I bought it because I like the timbre, but it didn't sound real good. Nowadays it's sporting EMG electronics. So 2 EMG pickups and EMG 3-band EQ as well. As far as the music, reading the music, I've actually got my 2 Android tablets here. I've got them set up in such a way that, you know, Cabin in the Woods is the first song, so there's page 1, and on my second tablet, that's page 2. That's called book mode. And then when I've got the pedal here, which changes pages so I don't have to use my hands. If I click the pedal to the right, what it does is it just moves across 1 page at a time. Now you can adjust that so it goes 2 at a time, but I prefer it 1 at a time. So I'm kind of always reading this tablet, but when you get to the end and there's the tricky thing happening at the first part of the next sheet, I can see it. And then I tap that one across to there and just keep reading. So I'm always reading on the tablet on the left, and I just use the one to the right. Now, cues. Approximately 12 minutes of dialogue, wait for the necklace gift. And then the line will be, there's nothing about that in the SMART employee manual. So as soon as I hear that, I know that the conductor's going to pick up his wand and we're getting ready to go. So what am I doing right up the back here? Just getting a feel for the size of the theatre. It's a pretty good size. I think it holds about 1,000, I think. Although, I don't think we're going to get 1,000 tonight. This is the guts of the operation. This is the sound desk. Say hi, Mitch.
Howdy, howdy.
Or as we like to call him, God.
Beautiful bass fader, the only one that's important.
The bass fader? Which one is it?
It's bad boy right here.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Yeah, there you go.
Turn it up. Yes.